You literally can just wake up one day and set things in motion to change the entire course of the rest of your life. Like, I've done it. Hey girls, what's good? It's Brittany, and today we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me with some really good juicy topics. So I'm going to be talking about Black women in luxury. I'm going to be talking about I don't know, we'll see where the conversation goes, but I will try to time stamp everything. So if you feel like there's a topic that you want to go back and watch or that you're really interested in, check the description box for my timestamps. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all, this is so hard talking and putting on makeup. Okay, y'all, I don't remember this primer making me ashy like this. What is going on? What? Okay, y'all, we are off to a bad start because this primer is making me look a little like death. Not gonna lie, hella ashy. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna let the primer sink in, and I'm just gonna go in with my eyebrows. But yeah, let's think of the first topic. And I think we'll start with kind of like what y'all see right now, which is my skin. A lot of you guys do compliment me and say like I have really clear skin, or you wish your skin was as clear, things like that. Y'all, lately my skin has been doing really well. I have been using some products because I really do truly love skincare, and I really believe in like taking good care of your skin. Like, just like you would take care of anything else, y'all, we have to take care of our bodies and our skin and our mental. Like, we have to, especially like now, you really have to like take extra care. Like, everyone's skin is different. We all have different genes and live in different climates and have different issues that we deal with. So really pay attention to like what it is that your skin needs. Do a little bit of research and then like give it what it needs consistently. I did go to school to be an esthetician, so I like just love skincare. And something that you can do if you're not quite sure like what the issues are or like where to start, I would just make an appointment. Like, go get a facial, make an appointment, and before they do your facial, they're going to look at your skin and basically do like a skin analysis. They're going to tell you like what they see, ask you a few questions, and that'll be a good starting point. If you feel like you can't afford a facialist, like, y'all, there's so many Groupons and discounts out there. Like, you can find something for the same cost, for the same price as like going to get your nails done. You can go get a facial, talk to a skin specialist, and get your issues addressed. But honestly, it's just about like ultimately loving yourself and loving your skin regardless. Okay, think of like your favorite celebrity or someone that you look up to, just whatever political, historical, whoever figure you really look up to and you really place in high value. Let's say they hired you to be their personal assistant. And that personal assistant job included like basically if they had a problem, it was your job to do the research, to hire the person to solve it, give them some ideas, some suggestions, maybe buy some things for them. Like, that's your job, and you're going to do it really well because you look up to this person, you highly value them, and like you're getting paid to do this. Why not have that same attitude towards yourself? But yeah, when it comes to skin, y'all, especially if you're someone that's like dealing with skin issues right now, with just like all the stress and everything going on, whether it's like hyperpigmentation or hormonal or acne, just know that like as with everything else in life, like your skin goes through phases. And those phases are more than likely temporary unless you're dealing with some type of like, you know, actual like skin disease. And even with that, like a lot of it, y'all, is just like loving the skin you're in. And I know that that sounds so cliche, but like honestly, loving the skin you're in means loving how you feel and how you look with or without makeup. But it also means like loving yourself enough to know that like if something bothers you that much, to like do your research and like do something about it. Like, you know, if you have extremely dry skin, you know, think about how much water you're taking in. Think about, you know, the products that you're using on your skin. And if you're going to go see an esthetician, instead of like just taking their product recommendations, really ask them more about like the ingredients. Like if they're recommending a product, ask them why, so that you can know what ingredients are in that product. And that way, when you go shopping for your own products, you can really focus more on the ingredients as opposed to just like the brand or the product itself. If y'all want to see a skincare routine, let me know. But basically what I've been doing different with my skin is I've been doing the Teamy collagen smoothies. Y'all, there are so many benefits to collagen, especially once you're like over the age of like, I would say 25 to 30. And I feel like that's why my skin has been looking as like youthful as it has lately. And then I've also been using a retinol cream. So basically I've just been doing a lot of like exfoliation and moisturization to my skin. I still have, as y'all can see, hyperpigmentation, but like I was saying earlier, like I love myself through that. Like, okay, I have a dark spot on my skin. Okay. If that's the worst thing, then you consider yourself so lucky and so blessed. Like really the key is just focusing on beauty from the inside out. Now, obviously I have my own insecurities, but I feel like you'd be surprised to know that like most of my insecurities don't stem from like physical appearance. Most of my insecurities stem from just like my anxiety and just being what I consider like socially awkward a lot. Now, this is my first time using this beauty blender and I got it from Target. It's by Sonia Kashuk. I'll try to link it in the description box below, but I'm loving it already. It's really, really big. Like, I don't know if y'all can tell how big this is. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry. I don't know where my camera stopped recording, but basically I was saying that like one of my biggest insecurities like in life, and especially I feel like that's been magnified being on YouTube, is my voice. I know. That is honestly my biggest insecurity. And on top of that, I think that goes hand in hand with like just anxiety and just feeling awkward in social situations. Like y'all, when I'm in a social situation, my fight or flight kicks in so heavy. I can't explain it. And sometimes it's not even like fight or flight, it's just like this weird like paranoia. But honestly, like being on YouTube has helped me kind of like fight through it. Like I remember whenever I had my first kind of like viral video. So I have been on YouTube. So I started my YouTube channel back in like late November, December of like basically 2 years ago. And I had my first kind of like viral video that's like March. Yeah, I think like that March. And one of the comments was like, oh my God, her voice. And like up to this point, the people who had been like coming by and visiting my channel were all very like nice, pleasant people, other newer YouTubers, other people who were just looking for other Black women in like the luxury space. So all the comments were like super nice, like positive, upbuilding. But when I had my first like viral video, I just felt like the floodgates were open and just like I was exposed to like the masses. And I remember I got my first like hate comments. So some of them are just like flat out racist, and like those didn't really bother me as much because I'm like, okay, those are just gonna come. So I just like blocked and deleted those people. But then I had a few comments where like this one comment, the person was like, oh my God, her voice. And then another comment was like, yeah, this whole video was definitely better on mute. I thought that I would be so like distraught and like exposed, and I don't know, I thought I would really feel some type of way. But honestly, it was just funny to me. I was like, because these people literally do not know me, have never seen me in their life, and they actually took time out of their day to not only watch my video, but then comment something nasty on it. So honestly, it was more like validation than anything else that like, hey, I'm getting exposure, I'm doing something right, and I've moved someone so strongly that they felt the need to comment, whether it was good or bad. I emotionally moved that person. So honestly, it definitely did make me stronger, but it just made me realize that like, you just gotta like do you. Like when I was younger, y'all, I used to could not like fathom the idea of like someone not liking me. Like to me, that was just like the worst thing ever, was coming to the the realization like someone like just genuinely did not like me as a person. But now y'all, you know, it's just like at the end of the day, you just gotta live your life. You gotta live your life, period. Like at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, you have to live with you. That was a hard lesson that I've learned. It's taken me a really long time, y'all, to learn that lesson. Like the quicker you learn that lesson, just the better you are in life. Like one thing that I learned in life, y'all, is that there's really only one you. Like God only made one Brittany. God only made one Sarah, one Jim, one Bobby. Like there's only one you. There is nobody else, no matter how similar y'all might even appear from the outside. There is no one that has the same thoughts as you, the same mind, the same history, genetics, makeup, whatever. And so I've spent so much of my life like hating who I was. At the time, I didn't realize that I was doing that. Like I didn't really realize that it was self-hate, but looking back on it, that's what it was. Like it was me constantly wishing I had a different set of circumstances, or me wishing that like my parents were rich, or that I grew up like this, or that I had this physical appearance. Like it was always like, woe is me, because I somehow was given like the short end of the stick. Now, flip that around, there are people who look at me and feel that way about themselves. Like when you get caught up in that web of comparison, it's never ending. And as long as you keep comparing yourself to other people, like you will never be happy. So I really had to learn that like I am a very unique, gifted human being, just a unique individual. And I have to keep that in mind and bring Brittany to every situation that I'm in every table that I sit at. I've got to just bring my own unique set of gifts and my own unique perspective. Still learn and take things in, and you can still like admire people and find inspiration from people. But at the end of the day, you have to just realize like just how that relates to you, because you're still who you're left with at the end of the day. And so I think that that's why like I didn't really do well on YouTube the first time I tried it, because honestly like I just kept comparing myself to other YouTubers and kept like trying to be like them. Like honestly, when I was starting this YouTube channel about 2 years ago, so almost 2 years ago now, I took a long hard look at like who I like to watch on YouTube and who I kind of gravitated towards. Usually when I am new to like a certain genre or a space, I try to like find someone who's kind of similar to me, or someone that I can really relate to. And I found that as I was watching a lot of these other luxury YouTubers, like I felt like this space was missing me. And whereas maybe 4 years ago, I would have been like jealous or felt like less than by seeing these like beautiful women, you know, mostly not of color with these amazing looking circumstances online, I would have been jealous of that and felt insecure. But looking at it with a new perspective and with a fresh set of eyes, I really thought like, wow, there's nobody doing this the way I would do it. And like I would bring such a unique, different perspective to this space. And that was the attitude I took when starting my channel this go round. And I honestly think that that's why I've garnered like just a level of success this go round, because y'all, my first YouTube channel, oh my goodness, like I don't think I got even 300 subscribers, and I had that channel for like 4 years. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like when you change your perspective and your outlook, you literally change your reality. Like you change your world. Like even just knowing that I was so insecure sometimes, and even still now I kind of get into those moods where I'm like so insecure with literally how my voice sounds that I would just be quiet and like not even be a part of a conversation, because I literally just did not want people to hear my voice. To know that now I am using my voice in a positive way, and that like thousands of people can hear my voice, like man, 12-year-old Brittany would be so proud of the Brittany today. I'm just sure, I just felt the need to share that, because like you literally can just wake up one day and set things in motion to change the entire course of the rest of your life. Like I've done it. And y'all, I'm just now starting my journey, so like I can only imagine, like literally the sky is the limit. All right, now to change topics, I did also want to talk about like being black and being in this luxury space. Like I said before, I don't really consider myself as a part of like the luxury community here on YouTube, but I do know that in my own little bubble, my own little circle, that I like to talk about luxury things. But when I came to YouTube, it wasn't to like stunt on anybody. It was really like, you know what, I want to start a collection. Like I just want to share my journey and like share my knowledge and my information with anybody who's interested, because there are certain things that like I've really had to do a lot of research and learn along the way, that I feel like, okay, if I can save you a little bit of time or give you a little bit of advice or input, that like that could be helpful to someone. So really like that was kind of the premise of me like starting this luxury based channel, which has definitely evolved to something else. Y'all, I don't know why I'm putting on blush before I do my contour. Let's just blame it on me being nervous. But we'll make it work. But yeah, but something that I did not expect with like hopping into this, like I kind of thought, I guess I was naive. I kind of thought that like, you know, everyone would support everyone else and that people would just be like, oh, you got that nice bag, like, oh, good for you. I didn't realize that like there would be this whole online conversation that there is today. Like some of y'all on Instagram have asked me to enter the chat, especially when it comes to like black women in luxury and like the Birkin bag being kind of like the new standard for like, does your man love you or not? And I definitely do have some strong opinions on it, but I feel like ultimately my personal opinions really don't matter that much, because when it comes to luxury, when it comes to anything period, it's only as valuable as the value we place on it, the value we prescribe to it. Like literally, whether that's like your marriage or your friendship with someone or going on a trip, like anything can be a luxury to you. Some people like to golf. They might go out and buy $1,000 golf club that they can only use when they go golfing, and then try to like shit on someone for buying a Louis Vuitton bag. But it's like, to them that has no value, and they prescribe value to the things that they want. So for me, the Birkin conversation is a little bit like null and void, because like I have blinders on, and like that is just a distraction to me. Do I think that black rappers have like devalued, like black female rappers talking about Chanel bags, Shanae and Birkins, like do I think that it has devalued them? Absolutely not. But it just depends on, again, like your personal preference. And I don't think anyone should like impose that on other people. Like that's the same as with the whole like luxury versus legacy conversation. Like some people say, oh, why would you buy a bag when that could be a down payment for a house, or that could go towards future generations? It's the same thing. Like, who's to say because I bought a Chanel bag that I didn't also put $2,000 in my son's ESA? Who's to say I want home ownership right now? Like, we know what's important to us. Like if you really are focused on yourself and like securing your own bag, and by the bag, Sheree Lewis said it very well on her channel, the bag can be anything. The bag could be like your good relationship, it could be going back to school, it could be a job, it could be anything that is important to you. Once you are like laser focused on securing your own bag, like what other people do, it's just noise. But now what I do want to talk about, y'all, where am I in this process? Okay, let's put on a little bit of contour. Now what I do want to talk about, and a conversation that is very important to me when it comes to the whole like black women in luxury, is not only normalizing black women in luxury, because I feel like there's so much to unpack behind that like phrase or that statement, but it's more so, in my opinion, like normalizing like self-love. Because if you really truly love yourself, then there's no need to like glamorize this like fake struggle. like, oh, I wish I could do that, but no, you can do it. Like, just like how you prescribe value to the things that you want, it's the same thing with everything else in life. So for example, you could like to go out to eat a lot and spend so much money going out to eat, and then you see somebody with, you know, maybe she goes and gets like facials, or she gets like waxes or whatever, and she don't go out to eat that much, or not as much as you do, or she don't buy as many clothes as you do. Like, whatever you really want, if you take a hard, honest look at your circumstances, I mean, nothing is set, nothing is concrete. We literally have the power to like maneuver and to move things around to get what we want. And that's why I think that like prayer is so important, and manifestation. And yes, I believe that the two can work hand in hand. I don't believe that there has to be an either or. But our thoughts and our words really are our reality. So instead of just passing around like the whole like, oh yeah, normalize Black women in luxury just because you buy like a Chanel bag, like let's normalize Black women, especially like knowing that like we are in control of our lives. Let's normalize Black women, like every woman, but Black women especially, like finding enough value in themselves as an individual and not placing so much value on what other people, especially like our friends and our family, might think, and knowing that like we are worth it. And at any given moment, we can just decide to do something different, even if it goes against the grain of like our family or where we grew up or our neighborhood. Like, let's just normalize like valuing individuality. Let's normalize loving ourselves unconditionally. Let's normalize taking care of ourselves from the inside out. Let's normalize being okay with someone who is intent on misunderstanding you. Like, let's just normalize that. All right, so I'm almost done with my makeup. There are so many topics, y'all, that I wanted to get to that I feel like I won't have enough time to. Like, for example, I know that some of y'all have wanted to talk to me about hypergamy. If you're not familiar with hypergamy, it's basically when you date up, and you know, a lot of Black women especially, you know, get a lot of flack for being hypergamous, and it's, a lot of people think that it's like synonymous with being like a gold digger, and that really all mostly comes from our community. Like, so many other cultures, it's so normal to like want to better yourself by like your partner. Like, you don't have to be like the girl who was like with your man while he was struggling, and y'all don't have to always come up together. Like, once you reach a certain level, there's certain things that like you just automatically cannot accept into your life anymore and like move forward. So yeah, if y'all want to talk more about that topic, I do plan on going live starting December. So let me know. I'm thinking I'll go live on Wednesdays, because I'm also going to be doing kind of like a modified Vlogmas. So I'm going to be upping my posting schedule in December with some new content. Alright, y'all, sorry about that. My camera cut out, so I just lined my lips with the Chestnut pencil from MAC, which, you know, y'all know about Chestnut. And I'm going to use this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream to just fill in my lips. But yeah, there were a lot of topics that I just didn't have enough time to get to today. I don't want to make this video too long, so I think I'm just going to stop it here. But yeah, so let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on some of these topics, if y'all like videos like this. And again, if y'all would be interested, I think I am going to start going live every Wednesday in December. I literally have to run because I'm late to my nail appointment, but thank y'all so much for watching. But yes, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it to someone that might just need like a positive message today. As usual, remember to be good to yourself, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Mwah. Bye guys.